Today, we're going to touch on earning yield in Web3 and what it really means in DeFi. You may have seen astronomical yields on different DeFi projects, but not really sure how this is generated or how it works. At its heart, there are a few different ways of putting your crypto assets to work in DeFi, such as liquidity pools, staking, lending, and leveraged yield farms. Today, we'll cover liquidity pools and how these mechanisms work in an easy-to-understand manner using real-world equivalents. Liquidity provisioning, or providing liquidity into a liquidity pool, is another way of saying you want to supply cash into a currency exchange. You know, there are people who come and go to this location to exchange dollars for euros, and the currency exchange is making a decent amount of money from the exchange fees. But the more popular the exchange, the less cash they might have on hand to supply their customers, which can lead to higher fees and worse exchange rates. So you, along with others, have decided to pool your money together to help supply the exchange. For supplying the cash, you will get a percentage of the exchange fees based on your share of supply. How all of this is managed is not done by a team of people, but all executed by smart contracts running automatic market maker algorithms to ensure that both dollars and euros are kept in relative balance at the exchange. Depending on the exchange, they can decide to pay your fees in dollars and euros and/or pay you in the exchange's own tokens as rewards. So when you decide on which liquidity pools to supply, do check on how they're paying out their fees. Generally, a mix of both payment in the supplied currencies and the exchange's own tokens are expected, but you'll want to avoid payouts in only tokens as they can be inflationary. More on that point later in real yields. Now, what happens when euros start to become more valuable than dollars? People will want to exchange their dollars for your euros. As you continue to operate the exchange, you end up with lots of more dollars but fewer euros. If you want to make your exchange balanced again, with equal dollars and euros, you'll need to buy more euros. But now, because euros are more expensive, it costs you more dollars to buy them back than you got when you sold them. This situation is called impermanent loss. You have more dollars, but because euros are pricier, you can't get back to having equal amounts of dollars and euros without it costing you. This means it only really happens if you try to even out your dollars and euros again, while the euro is still expensive. If the euro price goes back down before you try to balance things out, you won't lose any money. If euro prices stay elevated, then you lose out on the upside profit if you had just held on to the euro instead of supplying it in the exchange. Another thing to watch out for in providing liquidity is to look for projects that earn real yield, instead of paying out only in inflationary tokens. In real-world terms, providing liquidity for a project that pays real yield is like investing in a business that earns actual profit, which is then shared with you as dividends or a share of the revenue. In contrast, providing liquidity for inflationary token rewards is like getting paid in magical pony vouchers that will lose value if the company floods the market with them. In DeFi, this means a decentralized exchange gives a real yield of trading fees paid by users of the exchange generated from real economic activities. So to sum it up, providing liquidity is like setting up or contributing to your own currency exchange. You run the risk of impermanent loss if you don't monitor your coin balances. When looking for a currency exchange to put liquidity into, try to find ones that pay out in real yields as opposed to only inflationary project tokens. Join us next time as we continue to unravel the complexities of Web3 concepts, ensuring you're equipped with the knowledge to navigate the DeFi domain confidently. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our series on making your crypto assets work smarter for you in the ever-evolving world of decentralized finance.